Hello my beauties, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shweta Vijay, and as promised in my last couple of videos, when I spoke about the sunscreen, I told you I was going to do a comparison and I was going to do a proper review on both of the sunscreens. Yes guys, I'm talking about Minimalist. Now you guys have heard me talk about the sunscreen in my previous video as well as on Instagram, okay? To say that I really love it is an understatement. They really exceeded my expectations. I'm not surprised out there because it is a very reliable, bankable brand. If you're looking out for a good skincare brand where actives are concerned, then this is a brand that you can just bank on because it's very well researched, okay? They play around with actives very well. Now you guys know that the 60 plus variant is my absolute favorite. I got a lot of requests asking me to do a comparison between the two. You all wanted to know whether 50 was also equally good. It is. Both the sunscreen, what I love about it is that it leaves zero white cast. Sits very well on the skin, okay? So in this video, what I'm going to do is, this is not my first time, okay? It's not my first impression. I've been playing around with it for the last 1 month almost. Minimalist never works with any content creators and bloggers. I mean, you know, very few have been contacted. I'm one amongst that list. I'm very honored that they wanted to work with me and they wanted to send me PR as well. So this is in collaboration with Minimalist, but the opinions are my own because as usual, when I got contacted by the brand, I told them that I need to put it to a proper test. So when you see the wear test, you guys, that is going to be my first impression. What I've done for you is on one side of the face, I have applied SPF 50, on the other side 60 plus variant. This way you will get to see which one performs better depending on your skin type. You can choose your sunscreen accordingly. Now let me take you through these two sunscreens, what stood out for me. I'm not a formulator, I am not a dermatologist, not a professional. I'm just a skincare enthusiast who enjoys very good skincare products, especially sunscreens, as you know. What I look at over here is how it performs on my skin, and I'm able to give you a verdict. Basically, it is just experience out here. What I like about Minimalist, the brand, is that they're very transparent. We all know that. They don't play with fragrance, they don't play with essential oils. They're great for people who've got sensitive skin. You know, even teenagers can enjoy their skincare brands. So it is safe ingredients out here. There's nothing that is irritating. Now, where sunscreens are concerned, they've got their certifications right out here. They've got 3 stars in the Boot Star ratings, and what Boot Star rating basically means is how much the sunscreen will protect you from UVA spectrum. Then they've also done their in vitro analysis where UVA protection is concerned, and that is under the COLIPA guidelines. Now, COLIPA guidelines is basically a rating that is followed by the EU. This also shows you how much the sun will protect you against UVA. Now, you got to understand that when it comes to your sunscreen, it needs to be broad spectrum, okay? So it's just not about the numbers. It's not about, you know, SPF 60, 75, 85, 100. It's not about that. It's about being broad spectrum. So what that really means is that it's protecting you against UVA and UVB. So UVA in layman's words is basically for aging. It protects you against aging. That's UVA. And UVB means burning, okay? So both of these sunscreens protect you from both. Another really positive factor out here is that it's got PA++++, 4 plus over here. These two sunscreens are hybrid sunscreens, though I feel in my opinion, the SPF 60 is more of a chemical sunscreen. Now let's talk about SPF 50, and it retails for 389 rupees and you're getting 50 grams of it. Now when you look at the filters also, it's got some old filters basically. So it's got avobenzone, and for UVB it's got octocrylene as well as Uvinil T150. Then it's also got titanium dioxide. Besides all of that, it's also got other antioxidants that's included in it, okay? So basically it's a multivitamin kind of a sunscreen, and why they did this probably is to make it multifunctional, you know, to give you that multi-purpose kind of a product, which is fantastic. Not only are you getting the sunscreen protection, sun protection factor, you're also getting something that is going to combat aging as well as going to protect you from hyperpigmentation as well. So that is why it's got vitamin A, it's got B, it's got E and F, and it's also got niacinamide. Now vitamin A and niacinamide is known to also control oil production. So that is why the sunscreen probably would be good for people who've got extremely oily skin. But guys, I have tried both the sunscreen and I can tell you honestly that both the sunscreen will work very well across all skin types, especially oily skin. Now, when you see that it's got vitamin A retinol, this will make you think, why did they include vitamin A in a sunscreen? Okay, in general, vitamin A is not something that you apply in the morning. I also feel it's all about the dosage of the poison out here. The percentage, from what I've understood from Minimalist, is that it's extremely low. And I think these multivitamins and antioxidants were added to combat free radicals. Whatever that the skin is going through because of environmental factors or stress. So the fact that you're getting a sunscreen that also acts like a wonderful skincare, that also controls oil production, sebum production, this is a very, very good sunscreen. Now, please keep in mind the SPF 50 is not meant for women who are pregnant or who are lactating because of the retinol added to that. Okay, no white cast, sits very well, doesn't tuck the skin, it doesn't burn the skin, okay, especially around the eye area because it's got vitamin A. It didn't do anything of that sort. And the fact that it's got hydrating factors in the ingredient, I just feel that is why it is not too irritating for the skin. Now, let's talk about 60 plus with Silimarine. And Silimarine is a very rich antioxidant. I've mentioned this before, mostly found in milk thistle. And I like the fact that if you look at the filters also, it's got very advanced filters, you guys. So for UVA protection, it's got Uvinil A plus and Tinosorb. And for UVB, it's got Tinosorb as well as Uvinil T150. Now, when it comes to pregnant women and lactating mothers, I would still highly recommend you checking with your dermatologist before buying and using this. Okay, just go through with the ingredient list and let them know about it. Though I feel the SPF 60 plus is okay for people who are pregnant and lactating. Now, in my opinion, the SPF 60 sits really well on the skin. The fact that it's got new age filters, I think that is why I love this a little more than the SPF 50. It did not irritate my skin. It didn't leave any white cast. At first, when you apply it, you probably would be like, oh my god, this is leaving a little white cast. But after about a minute, the skin easily absorbs it and it feels like your skin. There's no oiliness, no tackiness, there's no product pilling with it. So just a 2-finger rule can be followed with these sunscreens. Apply that. If you're applying any skincare products before the sunscreen, like your serums or your moisturizer, just give about 5 to 10 minutes break and then apply this sunscreen, and then give it another 5 to 10 minutes break and then apply your makeup, okay? Let it absorb really well, and then you would see that there's not too much of product pilling out here. Now, I shall just show you the wear test, how it sits very well. Like I said, on one side, I've applied 50, on the other side, 60 plus. I'm giving you my complete first impressions when I first got the sunscreen, a month ago, and then right after that I'm going to do a final check-in after about a week just to let you know whether it broke me out or not, and I shall be right back. All right, let's test out the sunscreen. I have a little eye makeup on, as well as I've done my eyebrows. I've just got my lip balm on, no foundation, no concealer, no primer, nothing. I did go through my morning skincare routine, and this just makes it easier for us to suss out whether the sunscreen is going to sit properly with various other actives, because I do apply my vitamin C in the morning and always follow it up with the sunscreen. I'm also going to apply makeup right after that, because I do want to see how makeup is going to sit on top of the sunscreen as well. On one side of my face, I'm just going to go in for multivitamin SPF 50. What I also love about this is that the source of the UV filters are also mentioned on the back of the packet. It says Uvinil T150 BASF Germany. So what that actually means is BASF is a German multinational chemical company, and it is the largest chemical producers in the world. So from each company where they source their filters from is also mentioned out here, which just gives that confidence to the very unassuming consumer as well, in case they want to do their research even further. Get this started, okay? So I'm just going to take, let's say, almost more than a coin size, all right? And by touch itself, it's got a very creamy, whipped kind of like a consistency. It doesn't have that silicone feel that most sunscreen has in India. I'm just going to apply that on my neck and the rest on the back of my hand, because that's also where I apply my sunscreen, okay? With a gentle touch, you should always apply your sunscreen. Don't be aggressive with it. You're just allowing that protective layer on your skin. I went a little extra. I just wanted to see that if I did go a little extra, whether it's going to give me a white cast, and there is no white cast, as you can see. So far I'm really liking it. There is no sticky feeling to it, no tacky feeling. It just sits very, very well despite that whipped, moussey kind of a texture. Anyway, after sunscreen, I usually wait for around 10 minutes before I go on with my makeup. On this side of my face, on the left hand side, I'm going to go with the SPF 60 plus Silimarine. Wonderful pump applicator, very easy to dispense the product as well. Now I'm just going to apply this. This also has got that very nice whipped kind of a consistency, not as moussey as the other one. This is a little more thicker. Can you see the glow? That slight glow that is happening out here. So this is a little more moisturizing than the SPF 50. And to be honest, though it is giving me that glow, there is no oily feeling or no tackiness. So I'm assuming that all sorts of skin types can definitely enjoy this one. I feel this is more for that extreme oily skin. Okay guys, it's been 15 minutes. There's that non-sticky feel on both the sides. But if you ask me what I like texture-wise a little more, I feel that the 60 is sitting better on my skin. I really like the texture of the 60, probably because weather is changing out here. If I need something a little more hydrating, I feel I can go for 60. So 2 or 3 days access should be good enough for me to suss out whether this sunscreen is suiting my skin. Though with the SPF 50, there was a little bit of that product pilling, okay, which I did not see in the 60 variant. Now, the pilling also that took place out here was around my jawline area, and it wasn't crazy pilling, so it's something that I'm not too mad about. Maybe the pilling happened because I did go a little extra, because I took the product that was good enough for a full face for just half a face. You get what I'm saying? So I think I should just wait now just to see, how it's going to work when there is foundation on top of this, okay? So it'll be really interesting. All right, so my makeup is done. It sat beautifully on top of the sunscreen. There is no irritation so far. I'm pretty excited with the way my skin is looking right now. I absolutely like this side of the face. Definitely, this is that sunscreen that is great for people with oily skin. And for the rest, I think the 60 should work for you. But if you had to ask me if I could choose only one, what would I go for? I would go for the 60 variant. It all depends on what you require, what is the necessity out here, basically skin-wise. Let's just talk about the sunscreen because it's 7:30 in the evening. And you see that there's a slight glowy shine on my T-zone area over here. This is the 60 variant, okay? There is that slight oiliness that I'm feeling on my T-zone area. The rest of the area doesn't feel dry, it doesn't feel tacky, just the T-zone area out here. Strangely enough, you guys, the 50 variant, I don't feel any tackiness on my T-zone area, which is quite, why I'm saying it's strange is because by now, anyway, no matter what product that I apply, the T-zone area would be very, very oily. So I'm assuming it is because of the vitamin A and niacinamide that is controlling the oil production. Because we don't sweat as much out here, I did not experience any streakiness on my face so far. Around my eye area, for some strange reason, whenever I apply a chemical sunscreen or any sort of hybrid sunscreen, it will start to burn and my eyes are very, very sensitive. I did not experience that with this sunscreen. So that is also a brilliant thing about it. There are so many sunscreens that break me out the next day. So I'm really hoping that this doesn't, because I've got very, very sensitive acne prone skin. Hi guys, a quick update. So today is day 3 from the last time that I made the video. So this, after a double cleanse, I just felt my face was super squeaky clean. And I did not experience any irritation the next day, no breakout. I'm so far loving the sunscreen. It's a beautiful one. Both of them, sits very well on the face, as you can see. No white cast. Fact that it is affordable, even better. Personally, again, after using it for a long time, I really like the SPF 60 variant. This is just a personal preference for me. I think it is only because I live in London and it's like a lot more moisturizing for me. It feels like their oat cream. Nothing to complain about, and I shall talk to you guys soon. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, you guys. Both of the sunscreen, it all depends on what your skin type is and what you'd like to target. If you're looking up for a sunscreen that is very well researched, it's got their certification right, it's very transparent where ingredients are concerned, then this is the kind of sunscreen you should aim for. Affordability is also not an issue out here. Everything about this, from packaging to how travel friendly it is, they have done a phenomenal job out here. And I shall see you guys in my next and until later. Bye for now.